So while I'm waiting for the rest of the paint to dry, I've got a little more finagling to do on the engine before I can actually start it. Very close. Very, very close. And that's to hook up the fuel line, this brand new fuel line, wrap it through here, and replace this one little piece right in here that you can hardly see. I have replaced pretty much everything rubber on this tractor. All of the gaskets, all of the hoses, all the hydraulic lines. Most of them I could get a replacement for, except for the oil pan gasket. I had to make that one. So, oh, here's something else I gotta replace. Look at that. I didn't even see that till just now. Not cool. What's that? That's to the starter, I bet. If it's just the ground, I don't much care. Nope, it's the hot to the solenoid. Well, that sucks. That'll short out. Well, I'm not gonna replace that right now. Alright, so I was just going to leave this one, but I replaced all the rest of the fuel lines, and this one is all crackly on the bottom, so it needs to go too. You see that? Okay, so this holds on really tight, but getting the screw through that little hole is a pain. Once you get it started, it works great. Yeah, I live right next to an airport. Haha! Got it. I knew they made 24-inch long screwdrivers for a reason. Alright, this is the last one of these fuel lines to replace. Excited about this momentous occasion. Drum roll, please. Well, what I haven't mentioned before is that this tractor was absolutely disgustingly filthy. Now, I know it's a tractor, it's supposed to be dirty, right? It works outside every day, works pretty hard, it's in all the mud and muck, should be dirty. And, well, older tractors like this, they tend to, they glow. They're covered with slime and diesel fuel and oil, and they just leak a little bit. They just do, gaskets and whatever. It's almost impossible to find every little leak. So they have a little shine to them. This one was covered in dirt and mud, and it was disgusting because I pressure washed it twice, actually. And, well, knocked you off. You can look at the bottom of the tractor for a minute. I pressure washed it twice and was unable to get all of the muck off because it was dirt mixed with oil or diesel fuel or whatever it was. Alright, get this thing on here. So, highly resistant to my attempts to clean it. Alright, that should be really tight. Alright, last one there. So, my last little fuel line. Now I gotta bleed the fuel system, and there are directions on how to do that, which I will do in a minute. Okay, so yes, I got a manual for this. I had to buy it because nobody had it online, and I scanned it onto my phone because I tend to lose things like that. So instead of having an $18 piece of paper, I have it on my $800 phone. Maybe it doesn't make any sense. Okay. Stop the engine, of course. Fill the tank with fuel. That makes sense. Open the fuel cock. Check to see if fuel is being supplied by moving the pump lever vertically. That's that thing. Judge from the fuel flow to the response of the lever. No fuel is being fed. Turn on the starter and turn the crankshaft a little. No. Can't do that. Okay, so while this tractor is capable of starting right now, all I have to do is hook the battery back up. I am not going to attempt to turn it over because there's nowhere to sit while I'm waiting on the chair painting. You have to be able to sit in order to control this thing. And if anything happened, or you have to hit the brakes or anything like that, you have to be sitting. So I'm not going to attempt to do that. We'll try to do it manually. This actually was one of the examples of crazy manufacturing here. So this fuel valve here has, it's metric. It's one of the some of the things on the tractor are metric and some are standard. But anyway, it has a metric washer in it that is 8mm ID, 12mm OD, so 2mm wall thickness. It is incredibly hard to find that. I had to buy 100 of them. It was only $3, but I bought 100 of them off eBay in order to fix the one I needed. But the old one, it looks like whoever put the old one on there put like a 5/16 on there, didn't fit. So this would constantly leak, even if it was shut. It was just dripping diesel fuel down. Now there should be fuel at least possible to be in this line. It says to push this guy up. Pump, pump, pump. I can't tell if it's doing anything. Probably isn't. Loosen plugs 1, 2, 3, and 4 by about 2 turns. Plug 1 and 2 are on top of the fuel filter. Okay. That does not look like that. It looks like those. Okay. So somebody looks like they've done this before because these bolts are mangled. Not even tight. So this one here is 4. There should still be fuel in this thing. And 3 was that one right there. I can't even see what I'm doing. That one. Alright, it says pump the fuel. So you see fuel with no bubbles. I see fuel and bubbles. Oh. Remember, this is from the 80s. They didn't care about being environmentally friendly. Just get the fuel out, even if it spills out all over the ground. Okay. I'm pumping a lot, and there's nothing coming out. There we go. Now it's coming out. Ha! Just spilled diesel all over the ground. So I found my problem with this. It is a screw within a screw. Okay. Some kind of needle valve almost. Not 100% sure what it does, except for maybe bleed off like what we're doing now. But it was so rusted shut in there that it wasn't letting anything out. I removed it completely, and now it works. So now I am spilling fuel all over the ground out of the 4th port. Oh man. Disgusting. Alright, now let's pump this and make sure there are no leaks. No leaks. It's basically ready to run right now. I could start it, probably. But I gotta tighten the alternator belt and blow out the radiator. I drained it, sprayed it all out, but I didn't do that with it running, so I highly doubt that the passageways, the coolant passageways in the engine got any kind of cleaning. It probably drained, but I filled it back up with water. I'm going to blow it out again one more time, and then I got a commercial coolant cleaner thing. I'm going to do that before I move this, but I got to do it with it running. Can't do it with it off. So there's that. Then after I have the alternator tight, the chair back on, the alternator tight, and the radiator cleaned out, then I'm going to move the tractor, drive it around for a little bit just to, you know, be immensely satisfied that I got it working again. These are really good gas tanks, by the way, because they don't leak. They don't start pouring until you push the button. Probably should leave that in there. Well, I'm going to keep filling this up. This is really boring. I don't suppose anybody wants to watch this. So, if you have stuck around this long, thanks for watching. And I'm really excited about getting this thing started. And I'll definitely have a video of me starting this up for the first time. I do have a little bit more to do on the chair, so maybe I'll do another video before that. But it's real close. So within 1 or 2 videos, I should have it started.